Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad.
Secure desktop.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation Salon.
We are independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey here so for talk, but wetin dey happen? Political discussion.
People know about Salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left again.
We no go left nothing there, no.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't
For
come.
developments now we country TV.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we
For
all.
developments.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Una kusha, una kabo, una do. Mina Chief Commissioner VANDY, and today I step into the show of Mustafa Pabai Attila, the usual presenter of Defeating the Lies of Social Media. And of course, I want to welcome everybody to this wonderful show. Before we go ahead with the program, you will listen, you will view me right now. Your obligation is to share this video far and wide. Invite people. Please, please, please share this video far and wide. Get others connected to the show. Because inside the show today, we will talk about the misrepresentation about the Millennium Challenge Corporation, the report we just come out, how bad people them, especially that one they waiting at the opposition, don't turn about the truth about them, how they don't turn for make them appear bad. We all know say the Millennium Challenge Corporation report, they look at how we government they run, the activity of the government, but the opposition, they want to mean good for Salon. Then social media propagandists them don't come with their own made-up stories for just downplay and turn the thing for look very uninteresting. Then we will also talk about the presiding and the social media thing, you know, the way people they look at them and how people want to use that for make incitement between factions within the political arena, and how do they relate them to the state for mislead the attack on the judiciary. So the propaganda we surround that one day, we will also talk about that one day. Finally, we will talk about the big news we just come out. We know say Madam Pierce, the Auditor General, they on suspension. They just don't dismiss her, and the government ask the Attorney General to set up a special panel for investigate this lady and the office. And we don't see say this again don't become another twist. People want to twist this thing for make political goal out of it, for score points. And so we come for really bring the truth to her. So please make it a point of duty for get others connected, share it, and then invite people to the Facebook and the YouTube page. Like the page, not just be viewer, but make sure say if you not ever subscribe to the Unity Broadcasting, now subscribe. Be part of the process. All right. Once again, we welcome you to this wonderful show. Ladies and gentlemen, you will view me, you will listen to me. Of course, you know, say the station you connect to right now at the Unity Broadcasting. And we don't see so many reports they come out since this government take over, internationally and locally, and we don't see such reports. Don't they put the country on a better footing? Where don't they attract people? We get the heart for go back and support build with country. We know say them good report here where they come out. They give strength, they give courage, they give encouragement to well-meaning individuals, investors, development partners for come and support and change the life of we people in the country. But because everything in Salona become political, people they politicize everything, and people feel say anything will happen good will prevent the chances, especially the APC, the leading majority, the opposition, the leading opposition party. They think say if any success happening right now at this dispensation, it'll affect the Kawan to power. So because of that, they come out with propaganda. They come out with story will not exist. They create a story for just poison and darken the heart of the heart and minds of people, which is not good. Now make I tell me, for the past 3 years, the US-based organization, and we all know say anybody with any organization with the United Nations, the United States of America, they phone. Nobody know they take foolish to them. They work very credible because the US know they release them taxpayer their money for support anything we unlawful, anything we not legitimate, anything we not called for. They're not going to ever come in for supporter. And so, for the past 3 years, Salonda they do very well. The recent report will come out, put we above countries like Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea, Liberia. Inside West Africa, we did number one. Africa, we did top. In the whole Africa, in fact, we perform extremely well, especially in the areas of political tolerance, good governance, accountability, the fight against corruption, all that thing and the way they give you country good name, we pass the all. But guess what? Because the opposition, they don't feel say, propaganda for be the order of the day. They decide for come for downplay the importance of this. And so like, oh, they deprive. But one thing I want to let you know, the purpose of the Millennium Challenge Corporation, the MCC, now for fight against corruption, now for prevent any wrong thing. Okay? Because now our money where they come out from, the taxpayers of America for support developing countries, they not go on yuki. Okay, so before ever they come out with their findings, not to you Salon no the country, you get they assess so many other countries in the world, and they get their own mechanism for establish the truth. Nobody know they come for Kalai Party. Nobody they know they allow that because they know say they want to see the fight against corruption. They hide there. They become everybody in concern, and so helping for develop and improve the living standard and the kind of a huge amount of money we involved, they're not taking any mess. Okay, the MCC not they allow the people there in a US-based organization. Okay, but because this definitely will prevent the bad people there for succeed because they don't talk bad thing there. Oh, how the country not safe, how there's bad governance, the government not better. Because these reports don't bring shame and disgrace to them, now they want turn around, they want turn twister for mislead the people. But unfortunately, with all the time and energy where them bad people are they spend on social media for blackmail the country, they make no sense. They yield and no dividend, no success because every time we get such a report like this, we see how it affects the it really hits them very hard because not all them good news they are the one for you. They're not bad news. News where they put the country down. Nine the bad one, them fake people in our social media, them satanic people they want here. So the Millennial Challenge Corporation tell we say we do very well. You understand? For improve the living standard, the living conditions of we people. They acknowledge say yes, it is tough globally, it's not easy anywhere. Even we say we day now yeah, things that go up, there's challenge everywhere. But they look at the effort, the mechanism, the thing that the government put in place for meet to the social needs of the people. And at that day, they look how much effort, waiting at the thing that they don't put in place for make sure say they mitigate the effect of suffering on the people, for pushing the living standard of the people. All right. So this is why, in fact, we will tell one. We not say the opposition, the APC, just going out of governance, they go into the EU follow-up mission team for like blackmail, for bring reports, way for discredit and get the country in a very bad limelight. Where down they not even attract the world, will not get no much attention because everybody know the reality. Everything where they happen is out there. So now with this recent report, it don't totally mess up the EU and expose the hidden agenda. Okay, the intended purpose for at least poison their mind and set the people up against the system. Then work, really work. Work. So some people for be proud that because of this continuous process of moving upward in progressively moving forward, the money where would they expect the compact. Now we are sure even that we go beat with expectation. The least we want for get out of the compact now 400 million. But with waiting they come to some of we is that we go likely even beat that one far up because one, there's now transparency and accountability. The reality is, see, people then they believe in that the government, they on their toes for turn the wrong thing round and make things better. And so the effort of them, evil and satanic and bad people in our social media, not a word. There's something so much big that is defeating them. They don't become defeated. Okay? This thing I know say, them news they have. Now only well-meaning Sierra Leonean go celebrate, not the opposition, because they think say any good thing of any success story will keep them in permanent opposition. And so they go do everything for downplay, for twist the reality, come and continue for lie. Will continue for lie to people. But this is not the whole of it. This is not it. Take the end of here. Yeah? Nothing. So with that, I wonder would believe say, yes, another big progressive news for we with the millennial, the MCC report, it shows say now the world will not become a place where everybody they admire. We're taking the lead in global stage, in governance, we take the lead. So everybody for just believe the process. Everybody for take on the process and support, because it's a lot better now for me and you. I get people that salute me, people that did it. I want to see the best. Why I need for which bad? So with this, so many other investors, when they look for a place for invest, now we get confidence and courage for go, for create job, for create employment, for create the opportunity. We all see the sad events we just before we. This is because of the so many challenges. But with that kind of thing there, with the effort, with the hard work, we will see how things will change around. Because when we get more people coming to invest, when we get people coming on board, it makes the thing unique. And it's same with people. It's same with people so much. So I want to know say the social media like man there, them fake, that evil people there. The opposition will feel say, oh yeah, they get opportunity for come and lie by people there. You know they woke, they lie, you know they woke. You know, and within the behavioral pan, oh, it don't scrap. This report don't scrap them. And it monto and trash them. Now the deepest in part of bombing, you know, they discard them entirely. Because look at Sierra Leone, we there on top Ghana, Nigeria. Look their country then they all. We perform it excellently well in the area of governance, in the areas of transparency, accountability, all that in there. All right. So let us continue to forget, believe, and faith in a thing. And this brings me to the next topic. You know, the Auditor General in duty, now for make sure say, the audit and hold institution then to account without undue political influence. They not allow nobody for go into them and influence them. They not allow anybody for mess up them. They not allow anybody for come about for dirty and you know poor. But for bring what they go on for correct the wrong thing. Of late we don't see say one thing where don't they affect this institution now the undue political interference from the opposition. The opposition don't they infiltrate the genuine work so that they will continue for dent the image of the country. Here is a process where deserve high level of secrecy and for be protected because this now such document now classified documents. And here in government, when we talk about classified document, a protected document where it will only be issued out by the relevant authority, and but it not supposed for leak at anything for be well protected. But since this government come into power, the bad people don't make come a point of duty that whatever is happening, not remain protected, is always given out there in a very wrong picture before the report is even out. The report is even debated out there in a public court of opinion before it is laid before the relevant body for looking to it. This shows the incompetence of the leadership because it has been proven that there is high level of connivance and collaboration as a way of undermining development, growth, and betterment of the country. We know that for the past 11 years, and the APC don't handle the affairs of the country, so they don't make so much implants. So they get agents there within their body there, where they do everything for just believe, say, it will be a stepping stone to them coming back to power, which is not getting any success. So, having proved beyond all reasonable doubt that there's high level of sabotage in the process, there's undermining, there's a high level of insecurity, protecting classified documents. The president and the government don't decide to step aside the Auditor General, lawyer to peers, and don't ask for set up a special panel for investigate her and the entire office and bring the saboteurs where things say, therefore mess up every credibility of the country. So I sure say it's not a news because we don't constantly see it. And we see how this office don't collaborate with people like Cherno for come out with sensational stories when not even exist. Make up story, cook up stories. Okay, here is a body where they contradict itself. They give out information to bad people, then when the fact begin to come out, it come back, it contradict itself. So we don't see, say, the Auditor General and the team don't become compromised and they don't decide for form alliance with the evil people, the bad people, for just make sure, say, the success will come to they make, the collective progress will they make, not be acknowledged, and so for Puella. So we believe, say, there's so much more to it than we even, as we go by, having set up the panel of investigators for looking into this whole thing about the Auditor General and the office. There's so many things we believe say will come out of her. So many things will come out of her. Because this is not good. Another thing that we want for a day in a country we say we're not secure. Classified documents are not protected. And it's the danger about this is we expose when classified documents become available to the hands of the enemy, you and me, citizens, we are no longer secured. We're not safe. We're not ever safe. Because the enemies will use that for bring disaster, calamities. And that is why developers was not a joke with classified documents. Just go out. Not everything just easily gets into the hands of any riffraff. Not at all. So the step for the move for step the Auditor General side, I think so is a good move. And it find out the institutional credibility step up. They will get clean, independent, fearless institution operational. But they will not get institutional connivance or people, betrayal. It will not help. This is not good. It's not really good for the country. Not ever, ever good. So that was a very good move. I think we've seen so much coming out for the country in progress. These are the steps we need if we want to go before as a country. These are things, these definite actions for clean and cleanse the country image is necessary. We have to be very firm for take certain things and bring to justice saboteurs, people who just believe say they for undermine process, they for abuse offices. Anybody will feel comfortable for abuse office, not for be tolerated, because you don't want to play with salon people their life. There's so much at stake. We want to catch up with the rest of the world. But if some people then feel so comfortable and think, say, oh, for just their own personal interest, their own political interest, therefore come and be so evil against the rest of the masses, we all for stand against that and say no to them. Why shouldn't people give support for the country in better? Why should APC just be comfortable in propagating and misleading, misinforming, and lying on people? Why? What do you want to achieve? Criticize with facts, criticize for the betterment, checkmate the government when necessary for salary better, but not do one at the detriment because you think, say, if we spoil everything, we just scatter everything. That will make people that hate the government, they will turn to we and bring we back to power. No, it's not to that time and day where you think, say, lies, misinformation, propaganda will win the election. No, now the facts are very visible. The reality are out there. We they see report upon report, they put the country in a very better and admirable position. So any effort by any satanic or evil person, any terrorist where things say If you terrorize the country, you are a failure. You don't fail because this is not working. Finally, we're talking about the internal rancor of the SLPP, the presiding, the alleged case about murder and things. You see, I listen the arguments where the opposition they put forward. Hey, they accuse this person. They hold out. Why they're not jail them? Why they're not this? There's no evidence before the law, as I speak, that Prince Hardy handled gun and shot anybody. Nowhere. According to the investigation, way me down to personally, it is alleged that somebody getting connection with Prince Hardy was involved. But I don't in any way dictate say Prince Hardy did anybody wrong or shot anybody. If I dey work with a group of individuals, among them somebody do something, everybody matured as you are, trained as you are, therefore be held for your own account, for your stewardship. But now we see the lie way then on social media that Prince Hardy killed. Prince Hardy not kill nobody because Prince Hardy, as far as I know, somebody will always does stand right for the wrong. He does stand for the right thing, and he always they in for make sure say the government succeed. It not go feel so hard for bring this government into existence, into being, and do anything will go also affect the image of the government. Okay, so the propaganda that presiding came up, presiding in fact, with my findings, not even get access to gun. Presiding not get gun personally with her. It's not a cold gun. So how presiding go shoot anybody and kill her? That is false. But let me tell you the intent behind this whole thing. Some evil and satanic people feel say we get naive, we get shallow-minded people where they can box up and set up and bring confusion within. Having believed that, oh, there's this political tension between different factions within the party, so they want to use them for at least for give credit or for give a facelift to the propaganda. Oh, now this party is like this. They want to capitalize, and that is not working because even the people that were involved, they're not saying they belong to just one institution, and anything negative by anybody will affect the whole. It will spoil the whole image, and so none of them is ready for even the fake intent of concern with people that they show. Hey, this faction is being marginalized, it is stepped upon, and so they kill this person from this group. That is nothing sinking down because it's well understood that these are all gimmicks. When not they work, this gimmicks is not working because from whatever faction, they all belong to one body. At the end of the day, when the process of electing anybody come to pass, they all need themselves for move forward. Okay? So whatever conflict, and when it comes to killing, we get institutions responsible for establish people were responsible. And when are the police? When Presadi was taken to the CID, he make a very clear say, let anybody show me at any point in time when I point gun by anybody. Or when somebody see me, they handle gun. No. But these issues, every time we go, oh, Presadi kill person, This are all the method to distract people's attention. You know, these are the strategies for take your mind from the, effort of moving the country forward. It's just like you get a drowning man. Any available object, he go grab am. Alex Sena, the one way go damage and bad, but just because he believes hanging on that will save her, he go in for, and that is what is happening. Now the opposition thinks it is an opportunity for hang on whatever report that, oh, somebody is dead because of gunwood or what, and so they forget somebody blamed, and who they go for? A prominent person will go attract attention and divert the genuine attention to waiting the happen. These are all strategies, but these are not workable strategies because people are aware. People are really aware of this fact. The days will come and things say, oh, I can go out there, and just talk. And people believe what they say. Then saying that they be again, it's not there. So, but where you get callous people, where not get hurt, where they don't focus their mind on one motive, the motive for mislead and bring chaos and orchestrate anything we go disturb with peace. Then people there, no matter what you do, they will always be there. And they're not say the effort, not again anything. The effort is not going anywhere. Then 70 politics now salon don't they exist anymore. We say you will go where people that is sleep, you make arrangement with few people. And you say, oh, well, hey, they kill you. Put somebody somewhere, they go and ally and say, oh, they attack me. Then recently, what we see now, the high room of kidnap, all this for just instill fear into people, for make people panic. Hey, they kidnap now, rampant, they hold this. People will come up with stories, non-existent things that will not exist. Salon now, and so kidnap. As it come also, but people are out there, people that they late night club, say morning, club they not love. We not see social gathering where for be affected with this kidnapping. Stop. We see people that they rush to beaches in the morning, they jog. As early as 3, 4, people are out there in different beaches. But just because they think, say, oh, we for make the country fearful and scare away people we want to do better for the country. They come up with all the things that will not exist. Will not really, really exist. But you see, we thank God for this station. We can for make with people that understand the reality. I shall say it is a blessing, the coming of this station, for throw light and bring the actual truth to the people. Because if we let the bad people then get their own way, it will be tough for the country. Yeah. But then fake business they are, then deliberate attempt for spoil every good thing for Salon people. It's not really good. It's high time for let people that wake up from their slumber and catch up with the reality. The world so small that
Round up.
no country not the way one for tolerate any bad government. Not talking about America of all. America, any country way harmful, any country where they do something contrary, they know they be friendly. But for let you see, every aspect of governance, now the US government want for be part of, there's so much not involved into the governance of Sierra Leone that they're even ready for sponsor for let we get sustainable electricity for capital city. They released $17.5 million just for construct electricity. This is happening because they trust and they believe and they know that something progressive is happening. So we wanna sit down with una propaganda, with una fake news then, and thinking that una they make. How many times una don't talk about things we not change? These same people. Sometimes I ask, what are the target or the beneficiaries to these lies? Why are they fake people are the really target? Because you say you're talking to who? The international one we understand better pass you, they know pass you. They know everything where they go on. But you don't change with all them fake things that we want to do. Flood is social media. But the intent is for just police people's phone, for just divert attention and gain public sympathy. That is all the intent. Yeah.
Commissioner, round up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I know say we all want for six is better one, and we encourage everybody to be part of the process. And this hasty decision for be conclusive, again, sometimes is worrisome. You get for let we learn for the process, the news that we will get, the stories we will get. Let we always make sure say we get to the other side. Some people can sometimes call, hey, I agree this, I agree this, I agree this. But one thing we're good, we get a system where reactive, where it's always out there for respond. The government is so listen, we get channel. Anything where you get doubt about, always make sure say you get to the Unity broadcasting station. We will give you the actual happenings. Okay? Because we believe in with integrity, we believe in with personality, we believe that we dare for serve the people. And so everything where we put out there, we therefore be sure of the credibility. So learn not to be very fast in concluding. Establish the other side of every story. And always believe that the best option for me and you are for join hand for push Salongo before. I want to say thanks to the management of Unity Broadcasting and all the viewers and the followers, until we come back with the same program, defeating the lies of social media. I'm Chief Commissioner VANDY, and I wish you all the best. Hope to see you soon.